Hi everybody, I'm Spike Brave, and in this video I'd like to show you how to change your weapon groups for your selected BattleMech in MechWarrior Online. As you can see, I'm in the Mechlab tab, and what we can do to change our weapon groups for a currently selected BattleMech is click on the tab on the navigation pane here that says Weapon Groups. So if we click on that, it will show me the weapons I have equipped on this BattleMech. So I have two AC5s and two PPCs. So you have up to 6 weapon groups you can spread your weapons between. If you go to settings, you can change your key bindings to set the weapon groups to whatever key binding you'd like, and I will show you how to do that in a future tutorial, but let's just talk about setting up the actual groups themselves. So we can have up to 6 groups, and the weapons are on the group with the number that's highlighted in blue, so you can see that all of my weapons are on my first weapon group here. So let's say I wanted to make a weapon group for my AC5s only. So if I just want to shoot my AC5s, what I'll do is I will click and put those in the second weapon group. So now we can see the 2 is highlighted in blue, and it just applies to AC5s. If I hit save, it saves that change. This is broken out to the weapons that are equipped on the arms and the torso. This plus in this circle indicates the targeting reticule you'll see in the game's UI. So when you get in your mech and you look out onto the battlefield, you'll see a plus with a circle in it. The circle is showing you where your arm-mounted weapons are pointed, and the plus is showing you where your torso-mounted weapons are pointing. And if you'd like to see an example of that, check out my UI tutorial. I do show everything about the, or actually HUD tutorial. I'll show you everything about your HUD in that particular tutorial. So let's continue on just a little bit. And there's another way you can do this, and this does function when you're playing the game. So if you're in the middle of a match and you don't like your weapon groups, what you do is you use your arrow keys and the right control key. So what we'll do is we'll show you that I could just point at these before, but you can see it's creating a grid. So let's use the arrow keys. So my right and left arrow keys let me select which column of the grid I'm in, and then my up and down arrow keys let me select which row, and you can see that allows me to point to any one of the numbers. So that's pretty straightforward there. So let's set up the PPCs on the third weapon group. So we'll use the left arrow to go over 1. So now I'm in 3, and I'm on one of my PPCs. So through the columns there, now I've selected an AC, my first PPC, my second PPC. So now I have that second PPC selected. If I hit my right control button, the 3 gets highlighted. And if we go up, we can add the next PPC using the right control key, and that does work in a match. So keep that in mind. If you need to change your weapon groups on the fly, you can do it right there. And then finally, there is a revert function. You can see that I just added the third weapon group since the last time I saved. If I hit revert, I can take that off. It's going to let me know I'm going to lose my changes, and if I want to be sure before I make that change and lose my change. So I'll hit yes, and then we'll go back to my previous setup. So this has been a look at setting up your weapon groups, and remember, the arrow keys and the right control button work in a match. I hope this tutorial has been helpful for you. If it has, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. I have tutorials for a whole bunch of stuff related to MechWarrior Online's UI and gameplay examples, and a little discussion of the lore behind the game as well. As always, have great luck on the battlefield, and I hope to see you there. Thanks a lot.